Good evening and welcome back to Astro Colony, where I have not destroyed anything or done anything with this at all because that's a lie, I have done something with it, but because the issue I'm having with this build is conveyor belts. Conveyor belts do not go vertically, they do not go up and down. So when we want to make something go up or down, we have to do this sort of thing, and it's not ideal. So tubes will fix that. So I'm thinking we aim towards tubes and we try and sort it out. And if that doesn't fix it, then I can take the whole thing and lay it out in a long straight line essentially and have a central bus. You will see I have in fact doubled this up here. It's a shame you can't have decide to go to two things at once, but you can't. So instead we've done this here, which means we have two lots of iron ingots come out and they go up. The reason I've doubled that is because they now got here to 4 of these guys, because 2 was not enough. 2 was not keeping up. Even 2 was not keeping up, so I've gone to 4. So 2 copper is fine because we're not getting as much copper, but we've gone to 4 now. And you'll see most of these have got 300 in, it's got 400 in, this has got 12, this has got none in. I should probably actually grab all of the iron and put it back in the storage down below so it can even out between them, because some of them were going faster than us. So click, click, oh, there you go. You output, you do the thing, that'll be fine, beautiful. So what do we need to do to get tubes? That's our goal. Get transport tubes, which are here. Transport tubes, boom, transport pipe, and they require glass to make, so we have to make some glass. That's a little bit more complicated, but doable. And they require gears, which are made in a manufacturer via the screw. So that's fine. We also need 8, 28, 48 chemistry science. And we can only get that by bringing in some people for science. So let's do that. Let's go to a device here. Let's build a human laboratory, which we cannot build because we need electronic components, and that is made in a constructor from copper wire. The copper wire is made in a manufacturer. I should probably get the manufacturer going. That would make sense. The problem with the way I've designed this as well, it's not a problem, but it's just the way the game kind of works, is that these are doing plates, which is fine, and then the next floor will be assemblers, which do assembler stuff, and the floor above will be constructors doing something different, and then the floor above that might be something else as well, because if we want to make steel screws, for instance, we need iron rods. Iron rods are carbon plates in smelters. Now I could send the plates back down from here to the smelter floor, but then I don't want the rods to be in there. We want it to be somewhere else. So that's another reason why I was looking at this layout and being like, I'm not too sure about it. But I'm going to persevere for the moment, and we will see how well we can do. So we want to build. I mean, what is the next step? Do we want to get a manufacturer going? Yeah, I think we want to get a manufacturer going. Let's do a manufacturer. We did obviously put the dock here to do things like that, but we'll figure that out later. In fact, what we're going to do is I'm going to remove that from the list because we don't need that on the list. I'll put another storage in the center here. So, and this is going to be for whatever we do on this level for manufacturers. Let's see, what does the manufacturer do? The manufacturer has wire, has gears which are made from steel screws, and has electronic components which is also made from wire. We could get those 3 at least going. And that's motherboard, sorry. Electronic components, that's made in the constructor, so we need another constructor. So yeah, so I don't want to send the wire back down, I want to send the wire up, which means we'll then have another floor above with assemblers on it with, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. This is not going according to plan. This is not going according to plan. No, 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 no. Because if we have... I know the way I need to build this. I know the way I need to build this. I'm kind of building a central bus. Kind of building a central bus, but it's a vertical bus instead. But it's not a bus. It's like every item, but every item will be on the bus. But then I can't build a bus because the way it works in this game doesn't lend itself well to a bus. Basically, what you want to do is you want to make plates, and then everything pretty much comes from plates. Like plates are made into wire, and if you want to get electronic components, they're made in the constructor from wire. So you'd have an assembler making the wire, and then after that a constructor. So that would be a line, would be that, and that makes one thing, and this makes other things. So that's, I'm not entirely convinced that this is going to work for what I want to do, because if I go vertically, it basically means every floor is going to be one type of item, essentially. I mean, that's not impossible to do anyway, because it's not like spaces of a premium. However, the floors are kind of expensive. So do I just go for it? Do I just go for it? Do we just destroy this? Start again. Destroy the whole shebang. Pick it all up in our inventory, which we can hold. I don't know how much I can actually hold in my inventory. I don't know if there's a limit to it. And then rebuild it with a. Because if I build it in a straight line, and that sounds bizarre, but if I build it in a straight line, then I can have plates like running down conveyor belts or tubes or whatever, and then off of that we can have we need to have a setup for every type of build. So if we want to have iron rods made, for instance, then we'd have plates and carbon come off of it and we'd make iron rods. If we want to make electric parts, we would just take copper plates off there, turn it into wire, and then turn that straight into electric parts. But the main bus, as it were, he says in inverted commas, moved his fingers, knowing you full well can't see me, would just basically have these two, because everything's made from these two, and a bit of aluminium. I think aluminium as well. I don't think you make aluminium plates. I don't know what they turn into. Used for unknown item. It might be aluminium plates. There might be aluminium, I don't know. But yeah, titanium rods and things. So we need to mine planets and stuff, which I don't like doing. Okay. So when you're not happy with something, redo it. I keep putting it off. I keep not doing the thing I want to do. So I've redone it, and we have this, which is nothing right now, but it's the basic principle to it, and it is a blueprint that I can repeat. It has little space in the bottom there for pipes and electricity and whatnot. It's got a floor for our constructions and smelters and whatever else you want to do. It's got another area for little pipes and things on that set, and it's got a place on top with some glass because we can. And this is going to be where our colonists are going to live. They're going to live on top here. The plan is to make bring this back a little bit more, put the oxygen generator just behind our thing here, and make this into a circle at the back. Maybe just a hex. I'm not sure yet. A hex, sorry, an octagon at the back, and kind of have like an octagon at the back with the life support and stuff in, and then this design just come out the front and go that way. We could just put the octagon on the back, but that's kind of the idea. Now I've gone with this rather than having diagonals going on there. Why do I not use diagonals? Well, I'm glad you asked. Diagonals cost a different thing. If I bring up the building thing here, so diagonals are blocks. So you've got flooring and walls. Walls can be straight or a diagonal wall, but that's when you're looking at it from this perspective. from this perspective, we have straight walls, and then we have diagonal walls, which will go that way. To get an actual vertical diagonal, so one that goes from there to there, you need to use blocks for it. You need to use these things here. And you can see, they use iron rods, and we don't have that many of them. So if I start putting it out of that, and we're not making the iron rods, we can't do it. Later I might change it up to do that. However, I did have a bit of a play with it to have a look-see, and the glass, having diagonal glass, does some weird things. I mean, this is all nice looking and works wonderfully. If you look at it, it doesn't have any sort of issues to it. I had a thing with the diagonal glass where it doesn't. Let me show you. Let's get a ramp thin. Let's go with dark glass here. So put 2 in there like that. Okay, that's fine. That all connects up absolutely beautifully. That's not a problem whatsoever. That's absolutely fine there. No issue at all. But if you repeat that all the way along, sometimes the glass connection point there is weird. It might be to do with rotation. Now I think about it, it might be to do with where I was putting some glass in from this angle and some glass in from this angle and stuff like that. So maybe the glass is fine. All this was done from the same angle. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's just based on the rotations here. But either way, they cost rods. We only have 305 rods, so we can't be doing that now. We can always adjust it later. We can always change it. We can always make these diagonal. Because if you actually look at it, we could start there. It goes straight through there, to there, to there, to there. At least that's one diagonal section. So from there, doop, 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 doop. That's one. Then we go across a couple, and then we could go like across one, do a diagonal, and across another one if we wanted to. So we could just make that the diagonal and then do the square on top. We have options. But more importantly, we need to get some things going. The most important thing I need to do is I need to put down an oxygen generator. I need to click on this and I need to tell it to refill my oxygen before I die. Because I nearly died. I was doing things, I was building things out here in the world, trying to get things going, and my oxygen was running out and I didn't really notice. And then I realized that if you go into the this menu here, into the blueprint library, your oxygen doesn't go down, I don't think. The game does carry on in the background because it was still making stuff. I tried to make some more rods, but it was really slow. So, but in here, I don't believe your oxygen drops. So, useful to know. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it does drop, and I just hadn't noticed it. Either way, it doesn't matter. So yes, so we have this here. We need to put some lights and stuff in. I think inside here because it's very dark. We could put windows on the side. Do we even have lights? Are lights a thing? Electric box, valves, holographs, reflector. Are they lights? I don't even know where they open. Come from decoration. I don't know, maybe we could put lights in. Oh, there's lights. But so we have lights, so we could put lights in at some point. So this is the business end of this place. So that's our colony point. So let's do a thing here. Now I have got rid of all my blueprints. I don't know if you just saw that. Remember, didn't think that one through because I got rid of all my blueprints. I now don't have the asteroid capture arms, which I would kind of like to kept. Oh, maybe I should reload the game and copy them. One moment, please. And by the magic of reloading the game and realizing that you can actually do stuff like that, so go to blueprints library. I reloaded the game. The save state is where you have all your blueprints. So if you load an old version of the game, you have your blueprints. We can just click this one here, click this one here, click add. Boom, we now have the capture platform. Boom, yay! Awesome. I don't quite know where I want to put them. I think directly opposite this would probably make sense. I am using a different style of floor. You'll notice I'm using the 2x2s as the large platforms. I did want to use the 2x2s with the same design that I had before. However, these large platforms are not a 5x5 platform. They're a enlarged single tile to the scale of that size, if that makes sense. And I will show you what I mean by that. If we come down here to our floor and I put one in, look at that. And if we grab our normal floor piece and we put one in there, Look at that. Look at that. It's just enlarged. It's the same thing. See, that's that bit there. It was rotated. Like that. There you go. There you go. Now, if you look at them, you'll see that bit there is that bit there. And we've got the cross there, the cross there. They're just enlarged. They're just a bigger version of it. So the 5x5 ones are this same pattern, just in a 5x5 site. So that's why I've gone with this grid, because it just works, I think. It's a bit plain. It's a bit boring. I do know that. I don't know how to make it any prettier, but I don't know. I think our asteroid catcher arms are 3 wide, are they not? They are. That is a little bit awkward. A little bit awkward. I should have, I know my brain was telling me I should have used the 3x3 platforms. When I built the base, I should have used the 3x3 platforms, not the 2x2s. That's what my brain was telling me at the time to do. Yet I went with the 2x2s. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. This is designed as well so that the oxygen generator, the thing is just inside it all the way along, all the way around. So from the outside you wouldn't see it. However, I've decided I'm going to put the oxygen generator on one end anyway, so the size of it didn't really matter, but that's kind of the scale I just went with. So yeah, if I'd gone with 3x3, this would have made life so much simpler, but I didn't. So dagnammit. And pow, there we go. We now have 3x3 tiles instead. See, not changing my mind every 3 seconds. Absolutely not. No. It just makes life easier. We can get rid of one of these here. Zoom. And then we can go to here and go on asteroid capture platform thingamabob. And I can just put that there. And I don't know whether that lines up or not because I cannot remember the height of this thing. So before we put it down again, let's go into the blueprint and let's have a look at it. It is modify. It is, yes. It just goes down by a couple underneath. That's why it looks weird. Okay. Okay. Boom, boom. So, build me an asteroid catcher. There. Eee, look at that. Eee, awesome. And we'll put one over here as well. Zoom. Oops. Rotate there, boom, there you go, and they're back in place now. Awesome. They will do their thing and do their bits and pieces and do what they're going to do. We can just build more along if we want to build more along. That's absolutely fine because we can always put them on the conveyor belts under here, which we would have to remove that one and that one. We put them on the conveyor belts under here because they all end up on this conveyor belt here. So we put them on the conveyor belt here and it wouldn't be a problem. We do need to seal this off a bit though. Yeah, it's not a problem. That's not a problem. We'll just get some wool. Diagonal triangle. There isn't a diagonal. Actually, that would. Yeah, that would fit. Okay, that would fit. And then we just want to change it to be this style. So we put that one there. Put that one there. Although I could have put full blocks in. That would work as well, because it doesn't really matter. It's just from the outside, so long as it looks. Full blocks would have worked there as well, I feel. That would have been fine. Okay. And I would like to edit the floor tile here, not have that bit there. Doesn't matter. Purely aesthetic looking from the outside out. Bonk. There it is. That's the other one of it. So that one there, and then that one there. You're the same. We want to edit the floor tile and then go left. There we go. Now from the outside, it looks like the thing goes straight in because it looked like it was curved round. Now it goes straight in. So cool. Okay. Okie dokie. So we need to get our smelteries and all our other bits and pieces up and running. And we're going to do it slightly differently. We're going to do, the stuff's going to come in. It's going to be smelted here and here into stuff into a container. And then it's just going to go down. And what's going to happen is, if we need wire, for instance, copper wire, which is made in a manufacturer, but is made from copper plates, we will have the copper plates come out to a manufacturer to wire, and that's not a problem. If wire is needed in something, then we will have a manufacturer producing that wire in situ. So we might have multiple manufacturers doing multiple things, and we'll be using logic to basically go, hey, if the building that you are connected to has X number of thingamabobs in there, stop. Basically, stop, send them out. I think that's the best way of doing things. And then we're obviously going to have the whole, you know, if there's less than so many plates in the storage or so many iron bars in storage, then stop as well. So yeah, okay. So I'm not going to put this smack bang in center of the. I think we could just put smack bang on top of that. Actually, that does not matter at all. So yeah, we want probably 2 smelters. No, we don't. We want 1 smelter per arm, so that's fine. We also need power as well. I think power is going to go on the back here, and we might just expand out that way with whatever we're doing. And when we come to do colonists, we will figure the colonists out, and that's where we'll put the dome in. So that'll be fine. Or we can. We'll make that up. We'll make that up. Okay. I wanted to get to the colonists this episode, but I have been so indecisive. I've actually been recording. Well, I've been playing for 4 hours. Today I've been playing for 4 hours Astro Colony, just building things and then tearing them down and then building something new and then tearing that down and being like, no, yes, no. I had so many different blueprints in here of different designs of things, which were just like one wall thick, one layer thick with this design, the shape of it, and then figure out where glass goes, stuff like that. And then right at the end, when I thought I had it, I was like, no, I want it to be 3x3 instead of 2x2s. So now we're here. Started in Octagon, now we're here. Awesome. Okay, so let's get back to where we were, shall we? Smelters, constructors, and logic. Okay, so smelters are in, power is in, but sadly, time is out. We have run out of time. I have run out of time. So, yeah, we'll do the rest. We'll do the rest next time. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing now. We have a plan. We know what we're doing. I think it'd be great. Fantastic. There is over here, I've got the doors here. I don't know what to put above the doors because obviously these don't fit. I didn't do the 3x3s for the walls because I needed a too high space for. So, yeah. So, we've got this part. I don't know. But we've got another set of catchers over here. They're doing things. These ones feed the power, so they have a filter here. Any carbon will go to the power, and anything else will go up there to the smelters. Fine, and the smelters bypass their carbon and put it into there as well. So we'll have that full of carbon from 8 catchers there, and we'll have these full of carbon from 8 catchers there. I did prime them. They've got 900 carbon each, so that should be good. Okay, so we shall leave this one here. We shall come back next time. We shall continue from there. New build is a go. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I do hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.